hey, Matt, what if I'm reading the word, I'm consuming it, I'm in it, but I don't do anything about it? What if I don't have any action or application to it?
Is that benign or terminal?
Let's gossip about that.
But I mean, people have these tough questions about theology.
Can man choose salvation?
If God's so good, why does he let bad things happen?
Why should I want to get to heaven?
Or does God predestine salvation for man?
I want to know the truth. I want to seek the truth out. I want to seek through Scripture and find God's truth. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon,
Or
good evening,
good evening,
or good night. Whenever, if you're just listening to this
at 3 a.m.
to go to bed. Maybe you're in the bathroom. I don't know. I think like 80% of, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it like
80% of podcast listening's usually in the bathroom.
On the toilet, right?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. But anyway, we hope we're not a toilet podcast. We hope you guys really enjoy this. But anyway, dude, this morning we're kind of, we're not doing another call out, but hey, remember, we're kind of creating this space. This is what Gospel Gossip is all about, creating a space where we have this conversation about kind of tough things. And this season is about benign or terminal.
Right. Yeah.
And so this morning, what we're talking about is kind of this application. What's this application to the word? Because last episode we talked about the starvation of the word. So what if we're not even what if we're not even getting into the word? What if we're not even just consuming the scriptures? You know. But now, okay, what if maybe we are, but we're not doing anything about it?
Yeah, what if that's all we're doing?
What if that's all we're
I'm
doing?
getting the word, but I'm leaving it at that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man, guilty of that. That's what I do. I'm like, hey, if I just get into the word, I can justify anything else. Like, oh, I got my Jesus time in. I don't need to go serve today.
Yeah.
I just got a text, hey, we need your help here. I don't need to do that.
I don't need to do that.
The word. I'm spiritually full for the day.
You can literally just respond, I already read my Bible this morning.
Hey, I really need your help with this. Sorry, I already read. Well, I mean, that's what we can do sometimes. Like, we play those mental mind games, you know. Okay, I'm getting close to God. I'm going to church. You know, I'm reading my Bible every morning. But there's this mission trip coming up, and that's just uncomfortable for me. You know, doesn't go with my time. Or there's this thing I think I'm being called to serve, but I mean, I'm already close to God. Why do I need to do anything more? Yeah.
I think it's really hard, at least in our day and age, to, and I don't want to separate that from when, you know, the New Testament and the Old Testament was written, like, oh, we're so much different. But I mean, we do have to admit, in this culture, it's really difficult. We really like the instant gratification of things. We really like I just want to be a good Christian already. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we make, you know, maybe scripture is that, like, man, we just spent that, 5 minutes on that verse of the day. Man, that's so good. And maybe you had a really awesome time and the Lord was speaking to you, but yeah, you just don't do anything with that. Mm-hmm. And I think the danger of that is the way scripture is written. It's not just written for us to read, because the information of scripture, the importance will be missed if there's no application.
That's right.
The importance of scripture will be missed if there's no application.
Yeah. I mean, what's the purpose of gaining all this knowledge and all of this wisdom from the Lord if you're not going to share it with anybody?
Yeah. Or, just like if you're not even going to do it for anything, if there's no transformation, if there's no changing, I mean, then what's the point?
Right.
I think all of us would agree to an extent, you know, why would we do something that's pretty well worthless? You know? Yeah.
Why do I spend all this time focusing on the Lord if nothing comes from that?
Yeah.
And I mean, if you really are close to the Lord and you want to seek him more, you'll see that through your fruits, right? Now, works don't get you salvation, of course, but I mean, good works can be shown as a product of that. And this means, hey, I just have this message I love so much. I just can't wait to share this with other people.
Yeah.
You know, like you just get a brand new video game, or you get a brand new car, brand new makeup set, brand new gift from someone you really love.
Wow,
like,
makeup
man,
set.
I just got to show this to everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's interesting how enthusiastic we get about other things other than Scripture.
It's so true, bro.
In all honesty.
You call me out right now. You got to stop. I'm getting uncomfortable.
Dude, it's so much easier for me to talk about video games that I don't even play anymore than...
Yeah. Oh, man. But in reality, I think there is like a main, maybe two or three things that hold us back from serving.
Yeah.
You know, that keep us, we're just getting in time with Jesus, but that's where we leave it.
Yeah.
You know, I think one of those things can be fear. And I think another one of those things can be laziness or slothfulness.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm talking about this, you know, keeping from serving because of fear, maybe laziness, does anything come to mind for you? Have you ever been in that situation?
Like keeping from fear or laziness in my own?
Yeah, those things just keeping you from serving God.
I mean, I would definitely say laziness is definitely a hindrance of my application of the word.
Really?
Yeah, and I think I realized this last semester. I was really trying to wake up in the morning and work out with Isaac Hill, one of our good friends here from Central. And what we both came to realize is, man, my physical discipline actually reflects my spiritual discipline. Like if I'm physically lazy, I'm probably going to be spiritually lazy.
Yeah.
If I can't discipline my flesh, is my spirit like willing? You know,
Dude.
I think for myself, laziness has definitely been the hindrance.
Oh,
And,
yeah. When I'm thinking about that, there's this really big thing that comes. I'll go on the flip side of this.
Flip it up, man.
Yeah, I'm flipping it up, and
Flip that coin.
I'm flipping it. It's being flipped currently flipping. That's crazy. Okay, but when I'm thinking about this, I'm like, yeah, fear has kept me from serving in a major way. You know, just a couple smaller examples. Maybe Lord's calling me to go talk to this person, and I know He is. But I'm just like, that's going to be so awkward.
Yeah.
What if they reject me? Really, what's the worst that can happen, right? That's
Or
what
you
we
like
learned in
second
Utah.
guess it. Was that really from the Lord? And you'll like test it just long enough.
Oh, the person's walked away now.
I guess it
And
was.
then in a bigger way, you know, I just got done, you know, this last summer serving with CIY, Christ in Youth, this big summer camp organization. And they asked me to be a team lead, to lead this team of management for different events all around the country all summer. And I'm like, that is really scary. When they first asked me to do that, I'm like, I mean, I'm not qualified or experienced enough to be in that kind of leadership.
Yeah.
Surely there's somebody else. But really, what I noticed, not only did I start off with that in a place of fear, it turned into a place of laziness. Because I'm like, well, I'm comfortable doing what I've been doing with CIY. You know, this would really make me uncomfortable because I'd be in this new area of leadership.
It's the comfort zone. It's the getting out of the comfort zone that.
Yeah, that's. I noticed that's really what got me.
Yeah, man. And I think kind of what I kind of talked to you about this. That story, the thing that I noticed about that guy in the hoodie and everything. So I'll just tell it.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Excuse me. So, kind of this illustration I want to use is, you know, I was at a bachelor party and we were doing some paintballing. It was super cool. There were like 3 other guys. Because, you know, public paintball course, anyone can come on whenever they want to.
Right.
So they came on like the same time, and I noticed one of them was wearing one of those Fear God essential like hoodies.
Yeah.
I think it's called like Essentials Fear God, maybe. And this isn't a rip on the company or anything. I actually don't even know the company, but he was wearing one of those hoodies. So I'm like, oh, okay, this guy's a believer. I mean, he's a Christian, I guess, or something. So he's probably pretty cool. And as we're like starting the conversation, and we're chatting with them, we're all kind of hanging out. Then it's like they're talking about going to Vegas, like 2 times a year, I think, 3 or 4 days. And then like going to strip clubs, going to nightclubs, going to bars. And in my mind, I went, oh, what? Like I was in my mind, I'm going, why are you wearing that hoodie? What does fear God mean to you? Like, what does that statement that you're wearing very openly mean to you?
Yeah.
And as I went home, I'm like, man, this is a great illustration. So I'm just typing it out, and I'm just kind of thinking in my mind, like, how did that make me feel? And honestly, how that made me feel was, if those are like the kind of people that wear this apparel, then I don't want to buy that apparel. When people see Christians and they're they're kind of like, yeah, I'm a Christian, I love God, and I read my Bible all the time, but then, man, your actions are so opposite.
Yeah, I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah, I don't want any part of that. I don't want to be a part of that at all.
Yeah.
Total turnoff. And I just thought that was a perfect example of...
Dude, that really is.
Yeah, I thought that was a perfect example of, man, I bet this guy has some type of Bible reading, scripture reading, but there's probably not a lot of application in his life. So that's definitely something I notice.
Yeah, wow. Dude, that is amazing how relatable that is. Because that's that. I mean, I'm gonna take credit. That's me a lot of the time too. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like behind the camera, I'm always like, yeah, this is what we gotta do. This is what we gotta do. And most of the time, I'm preaching to myself. You know, like I'm preaching what I need to hear. Yeah, I need to do this.
Yeah.
Wow. Like me, dude. Sleep has been like a real idol for me the last few years, and I feel like the real thing behind maybe not wanting to go out and talk to someone, or getting behind wanting to serve, or living this in this righteous way versus going to Vegas more, is because that's what you're comfortable with. That makes you feel comfort. Or like, maybe I'm not going to serve because there's this fear holding me back, because it would get me out of comfort. I feel like this area of comfort is what drives us back to that.
Yeah.
It's like the gospel of the world is comfort, and Jesus calls us to discomfort.
Yeah.
It's like this very opposite thing.
It's, gospel of the world. And really, you point out something else. Oh, man. Sorry, you keep going.
No.
I lost my train of thought.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to come back to it.
Well, I have a verse here. Proverbs 13:4. The soul of the sluggard, a lazy person, craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. So what I'm saying here is, what I think the author is trying to say here is that, if your soul is lazy, is not for the Lord, is only for comfort in these things, these worldly things, well, you might crave these other things, but you're not going to get any of that.
So you're saying, like, it's not just in a physical labor kind of thing, but this is speaking to the soul too, like,
yeah, straight to the soul. Like you're saying, the physical and the spirit are related there.
Yeah.
While the soul of the diligent, like, you're diligent for the Lord, you're doing His work. You're saved. Yeah, you have a relationship with God, but your actions are showing that. Well, you'll be richly supplied.
Yeah. So we can kind of look at that illustration. We can go, what's the reward from that life? The life that wears Christianity on their sleeve, but does nothing about it. Kind of, what's the reward there?
Right. I would say it's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing but... So not only will your actions, not only can they bring people closer to God if you're being diligent, but your inaction can actually push people away.
Yeah.
Like that guy with the hoodie, right?
Mm-hmm.
His inaction to serve the Lord, and really he was just serving himself then, actually kind of like caused you to like, oh, that's not what I want.
And so I was reading the Sermon on the Mount.
As one does.
Yeah, in Matthew chapter 5 and chapter 6 this morning. I was reading chapter 6, and I notice, man, Jesus is going through these like multiple examples of hypocrites, and it's really the religious leaders. It's the religious leaders. And looking back, I think a lot of times we look at scripture, and when we read about Jesus, talking about Pharisees, we're like, oh yeah, the Pharisees were so bad. But the closest example or resemblance of the Pharisees used in scripture, like these parables, are religious people. That's us. We should be paying attention when Jesus is bringing this up.
Yeah. We're
religious people. Are we being hypocrites? So just to kind of paint the picture, get it ready. Giving to the needy. Jesus talks about how, beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. And then he goes on to say, don't sound a trumpet, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. But in the middle of this, when Jesus talks about the people who give in front of everyone, truly I say to you, they have received their reward. They've already received it. Later on when he talks about, and when you pray, you must not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogue and at the street corners, so that they may be seen by others. And he says, truly, I say to you, they have received their reward. Like that's their reward. They're seen by others. That's it.
That's it. That's pretty vain reward.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can kind of look at this and go, man, what's the reward for reading scripture and we're not doing anything with it? We've received our reward if all we do is just read it.
I'm on fire for God. I want to get really close to him, but maybe you're not sharing that.
What you get.
What's holding you back?
Yeah. Yep.
Mind if I get into some more scripture here?
Yeah, go for it.
Romans 12:11. Do not be slothful in zeal, be fervent in spirit, serve the Lord. Let me read that again. Do not be slothful, do not be lazy in zeal, which is like this passion, right? Do not be lazy in this passion. I just lost my spot. Be fervent in spirit, serve the Lord. What does that mean? I'm reading this and I'm like, I'm just thinking of some ways that I've acted. I'm thinking of some other people. I'm like, well, being slothful in zeal, how's one lazy in this passion? Well, maybe you're on fire for the Lord, right? Maybe you truly are on fire for the Lord. You love him. You want to get closer to him. But maybe you're being slothful in that because you're not sharing it. Some people use busy as an excuse not to serve. Some people are, it sounds weird, some people are lazy while in motion. Like maybe you are serving God in some other ways, but not the way that he's actually trying to call you to, because that is like, maybe it's uncomfortable. Or maybe you're like, that's gonna maybe hurt some relationships for me, because that is what sharing the gospel can do sometimes.
Wow.
So maybe there are these things that are keeping you from that.
So you're talking about like the gospel of the modern age, which is busyness. Stay busy.
Yeah.
Be busy.
And maybe
that's success.
Maybe this busyness, this zeal is actually keeping you from being fervent in spirit and serving the Lord. Like, because if you truly do love God, want to serve him, then if you truly want to be effective for the Lord, you won't be inactive, And maybe you are being active, but not in the way he's calling you to, right? Well, then you're not being effective in the way he intends you to be. Or maybe you're not being as effective as you could be.
Yeah. What reward do you receive?
Right.
Yeah. Man.
What's coming to mind for you when I say that? Because that is like so relatable. Yeah. I feel like
I literally read this morning in this personal book I'm reading, and the author was literally talking about, he's like pretty much quoting what we say so often. It's like, I'm too busy. I don't have enough time. And think of that statement. Like, that's such a broad statement. What do you mean by that? And I think just for all the viewers, and even myself, even you, let's look at our screen time. Track that on your phone. Look at your screen time, and then think, man, how much of my screen time is taking up my actions? How much am I posting about my faith than actually doing something with my faith? Because I think a lot of times it comes down to, yeah, dude, man, I have I'm totally open. I'm in an open relationship with Jesus. Sorry, that kind of had the wrong meaning.
Yeah.
But I mean, like like it's what do you call it? Like it's evident.
Right. You're not.
It's out in the open.
Yeah, you're not keeping it secret.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not keeping it secret. But then, yeah, you're not actually doing anything with it.
Yeah, you can proclaim that you're for God all day, like the Pharisees do. But then when it comes down to it, are you actually going along with what He has you, or like the Pharisees, are you sticking to what's most comfortable for you? Even maybe turning away from God while still proclaiming His name.
Yeah.
It's exactly what the Pharisees did. Oh, man. Yeah, and I'm like, well, what does this mean for our faith?
Yeah.
Right? Is our faith, is it truly healthy and unaffected by inaction, by not applying yourself for the Lord? I would say it's not unaffected. I would say it's actually suffering if we're not serving Him, because our service to God and sharing this good news is actually shows the fruits of our healthiness in relationship with Him.
I'd say, yeah, it's not moving. It's sterile. Like that inaction of the word is sterile.
Yeah.
It's not moving anywhere, and what it's actually going to do is it's going to allow other things to grow through.
Yeah.
So like that in itself won't, because like, okay, you're still reading the word, you're still getting into scripture, but you're not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
That will lead to other things growing in.
Yeah. It can become very terminal.
Yeah.
And
the worry,
are you hot or are you cold?
Yeah.
And
I think we can even look at the parable of the soils or of the sower. And when the seeds are spread, and some are growing on the paths, some are growing in the rocks, some on good soil. But man, the one where it's like, oh, it grows up really fast, man, I have this faith, then I'm choked out by the world.
Yeah.
I think this can lead to a choking out by the world when you're living with the world's standards, but you kind of haven't, and your Christian heart on your sleeve.
Yeah, you're like, look, I'm getting the seeds though. I'm getting the seeds, right? So I'm all good. I'm just getting the seeds. But what's coming of that?
Yeah, there's nothing actually growing.
That's crazy.
Yo, what?
Man, so what would you say? What would you say is inaction for the Lord, is the spiritual gluttony, I guess we could say, just getting the word but not doing anything with it, just kind of hoarding what we're getting for ourselves. Is that benign or terminal to our faith?
I think you have received your reward of benign.
You can say it that way for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
I would say it's very important that we share this news with others. And I would say when we don't, not only are we affecting them, right? Like we go back to Jonah.
Yeah.
He was calling Jonah to share this with the Ninevites, and he said, I don't care about that. They don't deserve that. So not only is that affecting them, because what if they don't get that message? Are they just going to get nuked? Are they all done for? Yeah. So yeah, that affects them, but that also affects Jonah, because then where's his character? Look at his character right then. They don't deserve that.
Yeah.
Where is he with the Lord right now? He's also turning away from God in that moment too.
Man, you're actually bringing something up. I know maybe we were going to end this sooner, but dude, that if you're reading in the scripture or you're reading scripture, you're getting into the word. I mean, you're not doing anything with it. I think you're actually denying the will. I think it can be very easy to deny the will of the Lord in your life.
Yeah.
Because just like Jonah, you're saying, you kind of get in this comfort zone, and then when the Lord tells you to do something, sorry, God, that's actually out of my comfort zone, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I'll stay in your word. I'll still be a prophet. Hey, I'll still say the things you kind of want me to, but I'm not actually going to go out and do that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
It is no bueno. I'd say it's very terminal because it means everything. It's very, very central to our very relationship with God that we share that with others.
Yeah.
In whatever way he calls us to. Yeah. Benign or terminal? Stamped. Terminal.
Stamped.
All right. Well.
Oh, wait.
What? Do you have any final thoughts?
Terminal. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Are you getting those mixed up?
Yeah, but now that I think about it, I was like, wait a minute. No, that makes more sense what I... Like, you'll receive your reward in benign that, like, yeah, it's not really doing anything, but it's there
Right.
and other stuff.
No, yeah, I thought that made sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, just really wrestle with this for yourself as well. Don't just listen to what we're saying. Really wrestle with this for yourself. Is the Lord calling me to action, and how am I responding to that? And is that affecting everything else in my life? How's my mental health? How's my physical health?
Yeah.
What are my relationships looking like? Is that affecting everything? Or, or is it not?
Yeah. I think, just reflect on what's the step? What's the action? What's this thing that the Lord is leading me? Maybe to take a step out of my comfort zone and step into his will.
I like this. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to this week.
Yeah.
Be with us next week as we explore the next step in looking at this, even. Yeah.
Bro.
All right.
So not only did we look at two sides of the coin, but now we're going to look at the very edge of the coin. Then we're going to go into the material of the coin.
Yeah, we're actually just going to talk about, the copper makeup, what's, that's crazy. Put it under the microscope. All right. See you guys next week.
See ya. I'd fist bump you, but you're a camera. Did I shock you again? Oh my God.